heart of Athens, Georgia, a symphony of power, metal, and faith was forged. This is the story of Theocracy, a band that has transcended musical boundaries to inspire souls worldwide. Rocking you up for Jesus Christ with classic-style hard rock music and practical Bible teaching. In 2002, multi-instrumentalist Matt Smith embarked on a solo musical journey, crafting intricate compositions that blended progressive metal with profound spiritual themes. His dedication culminated in the release of Theocracy's self-titled debut album, originally released in 2003. On which he performed every instrument and vocal line. Showcasing his exceptional talent and vision. The album resonated deeply with the metal community, leading to a re-release in 2013 with enhanced production, including live drums recorded by Sean Benson, amplifying the album's powerful message and sound.
Theocracy started as a solo project, and that was only because I grew up in Georgia, out in the country, sort of in the middle of nowhere. And so I didn't really know any other musicians who liked the same kind of music that I did back then. And all I wanted to do was write songs. And so I had, I was writing for years. And as a writer, the first songs you write are all terrible. And so, that went on. And I thankfully was able to get all that out of my system. And then I eventually had a group of songs that I was happy with. And right around the same time, I had sent the demos out to some friends. And so this guy named Darren, who had a small label called Metal Ages, he heard the demos and said, "Oh, this is great. We should release it." And so basically the first album, was released as my demos back then, when I had no idea what I was doing other than writing, and barely knew my way around a studio at all. People always talk about that, the solo album thing, like it's some great feat, like I'm a whiz kid or whatever, but it wasn't that at all. It was just that I didn't know anyone, and then immediately after the first album came out, my cousin introduced me to his friend who was our first drummer, named Sean, and he was 5 minutes up the road from me the whole time, so it's amazing, the way that God works these things out sometimes.
Evolving from a solo project to a full-fledged band, Theocracy released Mirror of Souls in 2008. Solidifying Theocracy's place in the hearts of metal fans around the world. With each subsequent release, including As the World Bleeds in 2011,
Do you have like a favorite song from the album? Because I noticed on the website it says As the World Bleeds is a song-oriented album where each track stands alone, where every song's iconic and strong enough to potentially be someone's favorite. That must make it pretty hard for picking out a single.
It does, and that was the goal. Especially after Mirror of Souls with the 23-minute track, I thought all the songs on that album were good as well, but obviously if you have a big song like that, it's going to be the focus. And so this time I wanted to make it, like the quote there says, where just every song stands alone, and sort of a, like some of those classic albums that you put on, and just every song is just, one after another, just, just known and loved. And so far it seems that it's actually, we actually met that goal, at least from, reading, hearing what people say to me and reading reviews and things like that online. It's like, every single song on the album has been mentioned multiple times as the best song and also the worst song, so. Yeah.
And Ghost Ship in 2016. Theocracy's sound matured. Blending melodic hooks with theological depth. Captivating audiences across the globe. In 2023, think about that, 20 years after the release of their debut album, Theocracy signed with Atomic Fire Records, heralding a new era of Theocracy with the release of their fifth album, Mosaic.
I gotta tell you though, it was worth the wait between Ghost Ship and now, just even though it was such a long time. every song on this album was worth the wait. Being that it was such a long time between Ghost Ship and now, was Mosaic meant to be kind of like a new beginning in a way for Theocracy, or a clean slate, or does it just feel like you were picking up where you left off?
That's a good question. I guess I would have to say a little bit of both, because it feels like a clean slate and a new beginning in a way, because of a couple different reasons. We have a new guitar player, so we have a new member in Taylor Washington, which is kind of giving us all a kick in the pants. And then we also have a new record label, Atomic Fire. And so in those ways, it kind of does feel like a new beginning, which is cool. It wasn't envisioned that way. It's kind of, after the amount of time and the way things have worked out, it kind of feels that way a little bit.
Mosaic boldly proclaims Theocracy's commitment to delivering powerful, faith-driven metal that speaks to the human experience. Beyond their musical prowess, Theocracy's mission has remained steadfast: to create a life ruled by God, offering sanctuary to listeners seeking solace and strength through their art. Their journey stands as a testament to the transformative power of faith in Jesus, music, and unwavering dedication. Keep your eyes on Jesus.